Hi, welcome to Lumens Light and Electric. In this video, we will be talking more about lighting for the master bedrooms of the house. We generally say this is where the magic happens, and lighting for the bedrooms. There are few customers who take it like very nominally. They go for very less budgets, and there are some of our clients where they go for very high-end lighting. So we'll suggest different options which are available. So when we say lighting, especially in Indian environments, lighting is all coming from the ceilings. I don't know why. So that was maybe because we had the tube lights in the bulbs earlier, which was placed at very high heights. But nowadays, it's a little change. Maybe you have observed this when you go to some nice 5-star or 4-star hotels, where you have nice table lamps and then some spotlights. So this is basically the starting of the era. So this has somehow started getting into the homes also. So for a bedroom, this is how we plan the lighting. We have divided we generally divide the bedroom into several areas where you there is area where you specifically read something, maybe something when you're on the bed and just read something. So that is one area where we provide some task lighting, which is accent, which is a little bright there, so you can read. And then you have very nominal and very subtle light which comes from your indirect lighting, that is for your day-to-day application. And then you have walk-in wardrobes or wardrobe area where you get ready. So this is one place where you need very good lighting. So these are the three areas what we concentrate. Apart from this, we have the strip lighting, which can be used for different options. One is lighting for your curtains. Maybe when you have a curtain window, then curtain glazing is one very nice option for bedroom lighting. And then lighting under your bed, so that permits when you are getting your beds made with your carpenter, other than buying it directly from the stores. So you have an option for lighting under the bed, which comes really nice, and that most of our clients use it in day-to-day basis and generally avoid the downlights. So when we start with the downlights, you go for 4 in the 4 corners, or if the room is more towards a rectangular way, then you go for 6 of them. But it all depends on size of the room, and also the light position in the corners would be somewhere about 1.5 to 2 feet diagonally from each of the corners, so which makes it more towards the center, and also the light would be evenly distributed. So the typical downlights, you can go for either the big recessed models or the ultra flat ones. These are the ultra flat ones. So these gives you the general lighting in the room, which means if you have 4, then it gives the very plain simple light, just like plainly wash everything. So that is one light, and that is a very basic option. You can restrict here if you're looking for budgets, and then if you're slightly okay with a little spending more on the budgets, then you go for accent lighting, which are these LED spotlights. Then these spotlights would be placed very close to the walls, which give bright arcs in the room, or something, or you have a wall portrait, then you can have some fixtures which make it turn and give a very bright accent on the picture. So this is the second option, and the third option would be the indirect lighting, which believe me is the very good light for residences, because the good part with the indirect lighting is you don't see the light source. You all see it is just like moonlight, but very bright moonlight. So you don't know where the light is coming from, because it won't hurt your eye, and the room is very evenly and brightly illuminated. So this is the third one, and for all your co-lighting requirements, you can go for either the flexible strips, this one, and this goes at the tape, and they just get it installed over the ceiling. But there are some reliability problems here, because in India we have some dust and related issues. So this might not stick evenly, and if something has gone wrong while installation, then removing this is a total waste. So we ask our customers to go for rigid light bars like this. So they're just like your tube lights. They sit inside the core, and they just connect one to end in the ends, and they make a very straight, even line. So this is the third option. And the fourth option would be very good, but you have to have some preparation done by the from your electrician point of view, because you can have 2 table lamps or your bedside lamps. But again, your bedside lamps have to be, the electrical provision has to be done, and go for halogens in all your table lamp application, because halogens are very good for dimming. See, we don't suggest LED everywhere, because LED is good in terms of less heat is produced, and then it is more reliable, and then you know, the style and all is very good. So these are the three factors which actually doesn't make sense much sense when you go for decorative lighting, and which is just on your table. Because if you see the reliability, if the lamp has failed, then you can change the lamp. It is quite easy. But why we suggest non-LED products here is, the first thing, dimming in LED is very expensive. So that is the first part, and halogens give a very crisp light, and believe me, usage of table lamps is quite lesser when you compare with any other lights in the room. Like, you use the table lamps maybe when you're trying to read something, which may be like half an hour or 1 hour in the bedroom, that's per day. Whereas your general lighting, like your down lights and core lights, spotlights, may be used for like 4 or 5 hours at the maximum. So go for all decorative lightings, go for halogen, because halogen has a very good color trending index, and then yeah, they produce some heat, but however, when you go for 20 watt and 10 watt halogens, they don't produce much of a heat. That the heat that might bother you, it won't be that high. And then dimming is quite easy, so it makes the room quite good when you have just a resistive dimmer. So these are several options. And for any more details and all the fixtures that I'm talking about in this video, you have a link below for this video. You check out different products, and if you have any queries, just get back to me in this email. Thank you very much.